Alright, recently a little video's been going around called Questions SJWs Have for Anti-SJWs. I'm not going to cover the whole thing. I assure you the whole thing is egregious crap, but I picked out the two best ones that I want to cover in a reasonable amount of time here today. These are very, very bad. And if you hear a whirring noise in the background, it's not on your end, it's not on my end, it's on their end. It's it's the sound of projection. Take it away, demotivated opinion.
How do you define right-wing? Anti-SJWs often have an aversion to being labeled as right-wing, yet they regularly defend the right and bash the left. Therefore, why is being labeled right-wing a bad thing to you? And if it's because right-wing is used as a pejorative, can you not see how labeling people as SJWs or regressives is also pejorative?
This guy was under the impression that SJW wasn't and isn't a pejorative. In my opinion, there's almost nothing more insulting and offensive you could possibly call somebody. An SJW is a person who works against all people's personal freedoms, your individual rights. An SJW wants to take away your right to freedom of speech, your right to due process. Okay? Social justice is 100% cancer, 100% divisive. It is a philosophy that preaches division and sets people to fighting each other. Race relations, gender equality has all been set back a zillion fucking years because of social justice. It is a cult, an actual fucking religion, a dogma that is designed to demonize an oppressor group and uplift a supposed oppressed minority. Of course, whenever held to task and asked to prove their findings, asked to show their work, they've failed consistently because they're liars, because they're bigots, hypocrites, racists, sexists, and every kind of prejudicial scumfuckery is at the core, the essence, the mainline thread of social justice. So yes, it is in fact a pejorative. And did you say that we have a problem being called right-wing? The Amazing Atheist, Bering, Sargon of Akkad, Dr. Randomer Can, me, people I do podcasts with, almost every anti-social justice warrior I know, not all of them. What do these people have in common? They're liberals. Liberalism is on the left wing, and you, demotivated opinion, and people like you are so toxic and so fucking in command with your Orwellian grip of the fucking media that I've met people who are under the impression that liberals are part of the right wing because they think the entire left wing is you. And here you are, we're projecting, defending the behavior that social justice warriors exhibit that I experience once a week, if not once a fucking day, somebody calling me right wing. Why? Because they think the whole right wing is Pat Robertson. They think the whole right wing is Ted Cruz. They think the whole right wing is Donald Trump. These people are so isolated in their echo chambers and hug boxes that they are completely unaware of what actually is the fucking opposing opinion to them. They're that fucking stupid. They're that fucking maddeningly, hypocritical, obscenely fucking ignorant, so fucking up their own ass as to form a singularity of cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias that complete, everything he said just refuted himself. Why do you have a problem with me calling you right-wing? Well, maybe I'm not right-wing. Maybe nothing about my personal philosophies as it comes to politics, to sociology, to any of that shit has anything to do with right-wing. I am left-wing by definition, and so are you. But the difference between me and you is you're a fascist. You're an authoritarian leftist. You're basically a social Marxist. You think that I have the means of production because my skin is magic. I'm the bourgeoisie, and you're coming to overthrow me. Because of the color of my skin. Because you're a racist. And demotivated opinion, by the way, is a white person. That seems counterintuitive. But I want to play you one more guy. I think this guy's name is Matthew Rollins or something. He was part of this questionnaire that included the illustrious likes of Steve Shives. But I really want to show you what this guy said because it'll tie it all together. So let's listen to Michael Rollins.
Are you aware that the ridiculous buzzwords you helped to popularize, like SJW and cuck and regressive, have all lost whatever meaning they once had and only serve now as catch-all insults and pejoratives to derail any meaningful conversation?
To derail any meaningful conversation? Well, social justice warrior, Michael Rollins, do you know what you people have done to the words racist, objectification, oppression, systems of fucking, what you've done to the word culture, society, what you've done to the word white, what you've done to the word black, what you've done to the word queer, what you've done to the... One of the defining behaviors of a social justice warrior is to corrupt and twist the meaning of words. And you think because we call guys like Demotivated Opinion a cuck, because they essentially think all white people are bad, except for social justice warriors. Social justice warriors are the enlightened and baptized white people, immune from the original sin the rest of us are apparently saddled with from fucking birth. They don't have the same privilege. Or because they have bought into the cult and fucking given their life over to feminism, that they are absolved. See, the main behavior that people like this demonstrate is the sort of behavior that evangelicals can demonstrate. That they think because they're absolved from their sin that they get to judge people. And they get to be the judge, jury, and executioner of people. See, the reason why I'm not a social justice warrior is because I'm a liberal. They're non-overlapping magisteria. All social justice warriors are authoritarian progressives. And neo-progressivism is incompatible with liberalism. They are not synonymous. So the entire left wing is no more the same than, say, a guy like Autopsy 87 is the same as Ted Cruz. That Pat Condell is the same as Pat Robertson. Okay? No. Ignorance. But anyway, not to divert too much from what I was saying, because I believe in individual freedom. Don't tell me what I can put in my body. Don't tell me what I can say. Don't tell me what I can produce as entertainment. And don't tell me what entertainment I can and can't receive from the media. Don't censor the media. Okay? Don't judge me because of an arbitrary fucking part of my anatomy that I was born with that does not define me as a person or define my personality. I am not my white skin. I'm not my blue eyes or my red beard. I'm not my age. I'm not my locality. I'm not my fucking country. I'm not where I'm a citizen of. I am Darren Kern. And how fucking dare you address me as anything but that? My name is not whiteness. My name is not masculinity. Okay? That's what it is to be a liberal. And you are the direct enemy of that. People like me used to spend all our time bitching about the right wing, but the right wing has been completely eclipsed by the evil that is authoritarian leftism, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Basically, neo-progressivism. You are fundamentally worse than the likes of, say, the Westboro Baptist Church. I'd take them over you any day. Because you are a threat to my personal fucking freedom. You know, the Westboro Baptist Church is a threat to my, or not a threat, but an offense to my moral sensibilities, and so are you. But you are a direct threat to my rights as an American, and what I think should be the human rights of all people on fucking earth. You are a threat to everything good, everything righteous. You are, by definition, evil. in my worldview, and I quite fucking proud of my worldview. It's taken a long time to develop, and I used to think I was right-wing. I used to think I was a Republican. When I turned 18, I voted for Mitt Romney in a primary. But because I care about what is true, I changed my mind, something that you are incapable of doing. So, why would I call you a cuck? Because you would betray people that you think in your own worldview that you're a part of a collective known as white, and you would betray us to virtue signal, another buzzword, so that you would appear as righteous, so people would applaud you and pat you on the back for being so enlightened. You're scum. You're gullible. You're bigoted. You're racist. You're sexist. And it is entirely possible to be a self-loathing ethnicity of some kind. And that is usually what the word cuck means in this context. Sure, sometimes we like to joke that because you're such a beta male and so submissive to people, to sadists who take advantage of you, who would fucking pirate your fucking voice to boost their hateful fucking shit. But that you would, for the presumption of appearing righteous, betray your own kind as you see your own kind. That is what it is to be a cuck. I, for one, don't put any stock in the whiteness of people around me. I could give a fuck what people's skin colors are because I'm not a racist, Michael Rollins, because I'm not a racist, Demotivated Opinion. But I have the strong suspicion that you both are. Because I haven't yet met a social justice warrior whose fucking philosophy when it came to that shit didn't boil down to undeniable racism, or at the very least undeniable prejudice of some kind. I have some of my own. I'm a bit of a classist, which is ironic because, like I said, you're the one who thinks that my skin is the means of production. Karl Marx, Jesus fucking Christ. People are insane. What other buzzwords? Social justice warrior? We've gone over that. But your buzzwords: racist, sexist, homophobe. You just abused a woman. You're a white male. Whiteness, critical race theory, microaggression. Excuse me, but I hear whirring noises again. Whee! Time to turn off the projector, ladies and gentlemen. Fight this garbage at every turn. I'm not kidding. Tomorrow, it'll be your First Amendment rights. And again, to those of you in Europe who are further along on this nightmare train, cry out for your right to free speech. And if you think you have it, you're fucking wrong. Looking at you, Germany. Looking at you, Sweden. Looking at you, United Kingdom. France, good job. You're making good strides. Greece, lose the skinheads. Anyway, enough joking, enough digressing. It's hard to stay on track when you're just literally shaking with rage at how smug and smarmy these people are and how fundamentally and unbelievably fucking wrong they are. It takes a sick, sociopathic mind to put a smug smile on your face and make this pretend it's not gotcha but totally is gotcha question of, why do you have a problem with being called right wing? Didn't you know that if you have a problem with getting called right wing, that means right wing is bad, which means I'm right? No. Wrong, jackass. There are some good and some bad things about the right wing, and I talk about both. There's some good and bad things about the left wing, i.e. liberalism is good and you're pure unadulterated fucking evil. There's nothing good about you. There's nothing good about social justice. There's nothing good about feminism at all. There is no defense of this shit. There's no place for it in a free and democratic modern society. This is why we call you regressives. This is the last word. Because you're primitive. Because your ideas, your philosophies, and your aims and your goals are barbaric, savage, and primitive. Childish, infantile, regressive. The antithesis of adult, dignified, democratic, righteous. You're the antithesis of it. You're garbage. Thanks for watching.